We have 16 teams left at the FIFA Men's U17 tournament that's happening. And let's talk about what happened after a very eventful PK filled, in some cases, spicy PKs. But let's go over what happened real quick, guys. Welcome to the Africans. We do primarily Canadian African content. However, when it gets to the World Cup, any type of World Cup, we'll try to cover everything, give you a rundown of what's happened. Uh, Uganda, Ireland, debutants into the quarterfinals of this tournament. I think if you're organizing this tournament, you're saying, see, this is why you expand. We get great story, different journeys that they've gone through. But let's talk about what we've seen, what we've learned, and ultimately how we got to these final 16 teams that are here. So let's start off with the matchups that we had. We had Argentina, Mexico, Portugal, Belgium, Switzerland, Egypt, Republic of Ireland, Canada, US, Morocco, Zambia, Mali, Brazil, Paraguay, France, Colombia, Austria, Tunisia. You had South Korea, England, Venezuela, North Korea, Japan, South Africa, Italy, Czechia, Croatia, Uzbekistan, Senegal, Uganda, Germany, and Burkina Faso. And a lot of similar, intra confederation games, but then we also have some interconfederational games which are spicy and good to watch. Let's get over the November 14 results. Mali 3-1 over Zambia. I think nothing too surprising. I favored Mali to get through this matchup overall. Portugal over Belgium, based off of their form, I figured maybe Belgium could put up a bit more of a fight, but Portugal gets it done there. Switzerland 3-0 over Egypt. France 2-0 over Colombia. France weren't as convincing in the group stage, so I thought maybe Colombia could get them here. But no. Then we start to gain some of the bigger results. Mexico gets past Argentina. Argentina, arguably the best team in the group stage. Mexico at one point, Gamboa puts 2 goals in the second half and they're up. Argentina draw at the end, but then one penalty missed. We go 4-5. And Mexico, from being on the brink of not making the round of 32, are off to the round of 16. Congratulations to El Tree of the U17. Republic of Ireland versus Canada. As a Canadian, that game was, PKs were spicy. I saw someone put it this way, and then when you look at it, Rantham, the Canadian goalkeeper, an American-born Canadian goalkeeper, was asking a Canadian-born Irish U17 player why they were playing for their country. The chirping, whatever you want to call him, if you think it was, look, it was spicy. Did I appreciate it? I was confused. Firstly, I was like, why are they talking? And then I rewatched, I'm like, oh, okay, that would do it. That would do it. But Republic of Ireland or Canada were going to be making their round of 16 for the first time, and Republic of Ireland get it done. Congratulations to those boys on there, making the country proud. USA versus Morocco in penalties. Every once in a while, the USA finds an African country that becomes the pain in their existence for like a long chunk of time. In the mid 2000s on the men's side, it was Ghana, right? 2006 World Cup, 2013 U20s, 2010 World Cup for the men. And then right now in the 20 teens, the 2020s, it seems like it's Morocco. Morocco have eliminated the US in the past 3 youth tournaments, U23 at the Olympics, as well as U17s just now in the U20s a month ago as well. So a little bit of a surprise in terms of non-surprising in terms of what they've been able to do. But hey, you play to win the games, and that's where you're at. Uganda gets past Senegal. I thought Senegal might have more power, but Uganda, the story, again, like we said earlier, if you're an organizer saying, well, yeah, you went to 48, but did we have to? You say, look at Republic of Ireland, look at Uganda. See, good stories. That leaves us with an England game past South Korea, Italy past Czechia, Japan past South Africa. I thought South Africa might be able to put up more of a fight, but 3 second half goals do them in. Burkina Faso over Germany. Germany weren't the most convincing in the group stage. So looking back, you could say, yeah, it's not really a surprise to see what they did there. North Korea over Venezuela. I think Venezuela were an impressive group in the group stage. But again, matchup styles, you see what you can have. Penalty in the 31st minute and the 13th minute, down 2-0. Venezuela are unable to compete to come back. Austria 2-0 over Tunisia, late penalty and then an own goal. And then Uzbekistan over Croatia. Uzbekistan, not surprised. Croatia, though, showed well there, which leaves us with our round of 16 matchups, which are all happening on the 18th. So next week, Tuesday, they're all happening. The matchups are Italy versus Uzbekistan, Uganda versus Burkina Faso. Again, another intra-confederational match. Mexico v Portugal. That could be fun. Brazil versus France. Also fun. Switzerland versus Republic of Ireland. I think I'm up for that game. I think it'll be a good game. North Korea versus Japan. Ooh, regional. Derbies are derbies. Austria versus England, and then Morocco versus Mali, which means, from the African perspective, we are guaranteed two African sides into the quarterfinals. And then you have some Europa team, but these matchups are going to be very interesting and very fascinating. Also, to kind of talk about goal scorers and the likes, Anicio Anicio leading with the Golden Boot with 5 goals, still in the competition. Ignacio with 4. Kim Yoo-jin with 4 as well. And then Regan Heskey is still there. Again, Emil's younger son. But that's what we have for the round of 16, guys. Let me know what you think, what you're excited to see. As always, we'll stop talking. Also, we're going to go live tomorrow or today, depending when you're watching this, right after the DR Congo Nigeria matchup, and just talk about all things that happened footy for us that we saw. We'll talk this on the channel. We'll stop talking here. And as always, we'll see you when we see you next.